Welcome back to Bunked. I'd like to start this episode off with an apology. It turns out, a few days after release of our first episode, the toxicology report for Rudy Eugene came out, and there were no bath salts in his system. It appears the police jumped the gun on this one, and the more I research bath salts, the more I discover the media is delivering misinformation. But we'll save that for a later episode. This episode of Bunked is all about a website that has had the biggest influence on our lives. It's bridged the gap between both age and distance. Facebook. I received more emails on this website than any other topic. Mark Zuckerberg may have more of an influence on our lives than you realized. You may have logged into Facebook and seen posts like this. 14-year-old boy was shot 6 times by his stepfather. This boy was protecting his little 2-year-old sister who was about to be raped by this poor excuse of a man. The little girl did not get hurt thanks to her brave older brother. Their mom was at work when all this happened. Now, this brave young man is fighting for his life. But doctors say he will not survive unless he gets an operation, which is very costly and which his mom cannot pay. All Facebook companies have agreed to donate 45 cents every time someone posts to their wall. So please pace and pass this on so together we can help save this boy's life. As if that wasn't enough, Facebook seems to have several campaigns running to help those in need. For example, Facebook is willing to give $1 for every share to help this girl with a severely distended abdomen. She isn't the only one though. There are several children Mark Zuckerberg and his company are going to help. From children with cancer, to a baby burn victim in Poland, to poor baby Zoe Chambers who is in need of a heart transplant. It's amazing that a company like this can donate so much money and track so many posts. But a question you might be having is, how can they afford to do this? Well, perhaps it's their new ad campaign. You might have logged into Facebook and seen warnings from friends like this. Important Facebook info. Facebook has just agreed to let third-party advertisers use all of your posted pictures without permission, followed by instructions on how to prevent Facebook from selling your photos to advertisers. If true, then Facebook could make a bundle of money from you instead of models and actors. Now let's look at these two topics and break them down. I'll start with the latter first. Is Facebook really selling your photos to third-party advertisers? No. But that isn't to say that there's no truth to this. Facebook does not sell photos or allow third-party advertisers to use your photos. This myth was partially developed by third-party advertisers stealing photos from Facebook. Facebook has since then gone after these advertisers to protect its users. On the other hand, Facebook itself does use your photos for advertisements within Facebook. For example, if you are looking at an application or a fan page on Facebook, and a friend later looks at that same app, Facebook may use your photo to tell your friend that you were previously there and entice them to also join. This is a campaign that has been going on for years. Facebook has allowed you to opt out of this by going to your settings, then click on the Facebook Ads tab. Then in the appearing in Facebook Ads menu, you can set it to no one. Now we'll get back to our first issue. Will Facebook donate to these poor children? No. Unfortunately, these images are used to trick people into spreading false information, much like any chain letter you receive. And with websites like Clout, there's even more incentive to do so. Facebook does not donate for shares and likes. And honestly, there's no accurate way to record those numbers. Sometimes you'll see these posts and they'll have links to donate money. Those are generally just scams too. But let's break this down piece by piece. The 14-year-old boy who was shot trying to save his younger sister from rape? Well, this child never even existed, and neither did this incident. If something like this happened, it would have been a national headline. Next, we have the 4-year-old girl with a distended abdomen. Is there any truth to this at all? Yes. The girl depicted is Hugh Yunxing. Although it took 4 years of research, Hugh was diagnosed with Budd-Chiari syndrome at a hospital in Beijing. At the beginning of 2011, Hugh had underwent a 4-hour surgery that reduced her stomach from 42 inches down to 15 inches. How about the burn baby in Poland? This is Olenka Kuksma. In 2005, she was caught in a house fire and lost her right ear. In 2010, Olenka underwent surgeries to help her condition. Although there are too many of these stories circulating to share on this episode of Bunked, the next one I wanted to point out was baby Zoe Chambers. In her Facebook rumor, Zoe is in need of a heart transplant that her parents could not afford. This baby really was in need of a heart transplant, and her parents were able to give her one. Unfortunately, the transplant did not take, and baby Zoe Chambers died in 2008. The reason I really wanted to talk about this meme specifically is because of the tragedy. Someone had stolen this image and senselessly put it around the internet. Imagine if you were the parent of this child, and this photo was still circulating back to you and your loved ones years after the loss of your infant. Whether you realize it or not, sharing and spreading these photos is heartless. Now, although you have good intentions, you are hurting people. If you want to do something, liking, sharing, or forwarding something on the internet will never help.
What will help is going directly to a children's hospital or charity and giving money. If everyone gave $1 instead of a share or a like, there actually would be a life being helped. If you have the need to help, we will post links to credible charities on the Bunked.org website. So, for all of you Facebookers out there, I strongly encourage you to think before you share.
Lies, 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 yeah! They're gonna get you! Lies, 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 yeah! Lies, 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 yeah!
Is there a topic you want to know more about? Well, send us an email, askbunked@gmail.com.